Hi, Ben Johnson here to record this week's High Tech Friday. Recently, our school district opened up the Google Chrome store, and now our teachers can begin utilizing them. So I wanted to put together 5 apps that would get our teachers hooked, and so I'll go ahead and show you those today. First, what's the difference between a Google app and a Google extension? Well, generally, extensions can be used across any website, whereas apps are a specific standalone, almost like a program that you would have used in the old days from the start menu. So hopefully I can clarify that in a minute, but let's get started. So first you need to get to the Chrome store, and you can just simply type in Chrome store, and it'll be the first result in your Google search, and you can just go ahead and go there. And it looks like this. Couple of ways to find out about, and I'm going to focus on extensions today, is by clicking on extensions, and then you can browse by category. So that's one way to find extensions. Probably not the most efficient way though. Instead, I would go ahead and Google it, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, and then put a Chrome extension behind that. And generally you'll find somebody's blog that has explained what extension to use for that purpose, and that's how I found most of the ones that I'm going to show you today. So what does an extension do? Well, it takes a really good web browser like Chrome and it makes it even better. So for example, one extension that I really like is one that's called Readability, and so you can just search for Readability and the Chrome store will find it. Here it is. Now I've added it. For you, you would just hit this plus free, and that would add it up here to the search bar. Now in the case of Readability, it puts this little red love seat here. So what does Readability do? Well, you can take a website like CNN that's got a ton of clutter, generally not terribly user-friendly for kids, a ton of distractions, and you can apply readability to that website. So here's maybe an article that I want my students to be able to read. Okay. Now, I think you would agree, tons of distractions here. Students may have trouble focusing on actually reading this article, plus the new CNN font is awful. So what can you do? Well, you just come up here and you click on Readability, and Readability will give you a choice to read it now or later, and I would just go with now, and it's going to take that website, clean it up, and make it very readable for the students. It gets rid of all the clutter, the distractions, puts it into a really nice pleasant font. And now I can take this address and post that into my Google Classroom, and my students then can access this page without any of the distractions. So that's one extension I really like. Now the thing with Readability, like most extensions, is that you can use that tool for any website on the World Wide Web, and it's going to take that and clean up that text and present it so that students don't have so many distractions, and put it in a really nice pleasant font that's nice and large for the students to be able to read. Alright, so that's first on my list. The next one is a new extension to me, and it's called Nimbus. And so if I come back here to the Chrome store, I would just type in the word Nimbus, and somebody on Google Plus pointed this out to me last week. There is a suite of 3 products. My favorite of that suite is this Nimbus Screenshot. Most of you've probably used a snipping tool that comes with your operating system, which until now was fine, but once you start using Nimbus Screenshot, you'll probably never go back. I like to describe it as the snipping tool on steroids. Alright, so what do you use it? How do you use it? You would pick any website that you want to go to, maybe one with math equations, something that you need to write some instructions for. And I was just going to try to find a good one to mark up. So, alright, so maybe this is an article that I'd like to mark up, give my students some directions on using. So I would just go ahead and come up here to my Nimbus button, and I can pick visible part of a page, selected area, selected and scroll. This selected and scroll turns out to be a really nice feature, because if the web page is too long, it'll allow you to scroll down past the bottom, which most of the built-in snipping tools don't allow. Or you can grab the whole entire page. I suspect most teachers will do selected area. And that's just going to turn your mouse into a crosshair, and then you can simply go ahead and snip the part of the screen that you want. Now, a few things that I really like about this: if I want to annotate it, I can go ahead and hit edit, and it's going to bring that image into an editor, and I can go ahead and turn on my numbering tool here so that as I type maybe the steps, it's going to go ahead and number those for me. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate that again. Now, if you don't like the yellow, I think its default is red, and so you can change that to any color. So a really nice tool just to go ahead and give people some step-by-step instructions that you might need to give. Now, in addition to that, if you need to draw some arrows to point some things out, you can go ahead and draw those arrows. If you need to put a comment on to comment about something, you can go ahead and put a comment there and comment on that. One of my favorite features is often you might need to do something from your gradebook to show some instructions, but you don't want private information there, so it comes with a blur tool. So pretend like this is a ID number. I can just blur that out. Pretend like this is a student's face. I can blur that out. These maybe are grades. I can blur those out. Okay, so that's all built in. There's a lot of other cool stuff you can do here as well. When you're finished, you just click on Done. You can put that image in your Google Drive, or you can print it directly, and that's one of the things that I don't like about these built-in snip tools, is that you have to first copy and paste that into Word and then wait for Word to open and then print from Word. So with Nimbus, you can print directly from the tool, send it to your Google Drive, save the image to your hard drive. Nimbus even gives you 100 megs of space that you can go ahead and save there. Now, if I wanted to, I could just right click on this and copy that image and throw it into an email if I'd like to as well. Now, if you upload to Nimbus, or if you send it to Google, you'll get a URL for that, and then you can just copy and paste that URL into the email or into your Google Classroom and send students directly there. So Nimbus has become one of my favorites. I think as schools go more one-to-one, teachers are going to find increasingly they need to be able to make some screen captures like this for instructions. Additionally, I hear a lot of teachers use Nimbus to have students take pictures of projects they're working on and then post to their teacher's Padlet or their Google Site portfolio. So a lot of applications there. All right. Next tool is another one of my favorites. As you can see from my screen here, I am terrible about opening tons of tabs, and I hate to close them because I think I'll forget what I needed to do. So if you find yourself in that position, it slows your computer down incredibly because it takes memory for each of those tabs to be open. So one of my new favorites is called OneTab, and so up here I can just type in OneTab, and it'll go out, and the one that I like is this OneTab 95% here. When you install that, it puts this funnel onto your toolbar. Now if I click on this funnel, it's going to collapse all of my open tabs that I have in Chrome and apply them to one new tab, and hence the name OneTab. Now my computer is evidently being slow right now, possibly because I have so many tabs open, but let's give it a second here and see if it can process that. Okay, so it took all those tabs, put them on a nice OneTab link for me, and now any tabs that I want to get back to I can just access from this page, but it freed up a lot of memory and got rid of a lot of clutter. So I really like this OneTab for that purpose. Now what if I wanted to send my students to this list of websites that I found? Well, I can just go ahead and share as a web page, and it's going to generate this address for me, and I can just post that in my Google Classroom or on my Google site. Kids can take a picture of the QR code and get there. So this is a nice way to distribute a list of websites out to students, and that's another reason OneTab has become one of my favorites. All right, along those same lines, a lot of teachers need to multitask nowadays. So I'll just pretend like I wanted to do my grades in one tab, and I had maybe a Google form of results in another tab. There is a way that you can take those tabs out, balance them against the side, and set up the split screen, although it just takes more work. So in comes this tab resize. So if you go to the Google Chrome store and you type in tab resize, it's going to put this icon up on your toolbar. So whatever tab you have selected plus any to the right are going to get split into new windows. So I'll show you what that would look like. So I go to new, and it has you choose a size, 2 by 2, 2 by 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 1, and in this case I'm just going to go ahead and do the 1 by 2. Now, as a teacher, I can have my Google form and Fluber results here and the district gradebook over here, and that will allow me to quickly transfer grades. So that was called tab resize, and it's just a nice fast way to split your screen so that you can work more efficiently. So that's another favorite of mine. Last one I'm going to show you that will hopefully get your teachers hooked on Google extensions is one that's called turn off the lights. So I'll just go ahead and go back to the Chrome Web Store, and if you type turn off the lights, you'll find this extension, and it turns off the lights on YouTube videos so that you don't see the inappropriate videos that often appear next to videos. And so what that one does is it puts a little black light bulb here in the search bar. So if I go out to YouTube and I find a video that I want to show, but maybe some of the videos on the side are inappropriate, I can then just come up here and click on my turn the lights out, and it's going to black out the screen. So at least on the projector, students are really not going to be able to make any of this out. As a teacher, you'll still be able to read it, so if there is a video you want to go to next, you can still use that, but generally students won't be able to see that. So turning out the lights has become a very popular one with teachers because they like to show YouTube videos, they just don't like all of the inappropriate comments and videos that appear next to those videos. So those are 5 Chrome extensions that I think will get your teachers hooked. Beyond that, just Google ideas and you'll find blogs that lots of people talk about their favorite extensions. So thanks for watching this week's High Tech Friday.